I do think I remember this was back in 2019 when I really saw it, and I remember your knowledge of the like the sports data query language
Hmm.
is really really good, and I remember that. So maybe just out of my curiosity, how did you learn how to navigate through that system, and how much what process does it take to get really refined at that? Because it's like any query language where
You can just like,
you're not going to get it the first 10 times. Like it
mhm.
takes over and over again to find what you need. So that'd be
Yeah. So
interesting. Yeah.
after engineering school, for probably 6 hours a day for probably 5 months straight of, oh, I wonder what this would pull up. And then I'd write it down in a notebook and oh, I wonder what this would pull up. And just kept on, kept on, kept on. Figure out what was useless information, what seemed to continue the trend, and just like where that could be used as a beneficial like fact. Because there's things and there's people that make fun of the query all the time, like because you can do like top ranked teams on Tuesday after 3, and then it doesn't matter at all. But then you can use it for very niche specific things that are super important, um, like defensive rebounds. I found out how important defensive rebounding is in college basketball because of that. It makes complete logical sense, but to have actual backing behind it, um, it gives you a number to your thoughts. So I think it's a really good idea. I wish that they had opening lines and closing lines. They only have closing lines. That's kind of annoying, but it's a really good tool to use um, to narrow your scope. So what I posted on Twitter, let me find it. So this morning I posted something from it on Twitter. I said, opening games since 2010, favorites of 20 plus to the closing line have covered 56%. So that narrows down your scope to such a much smaller range. Then obviously you need to go look into analysis, look into where you can beat the closing line, like looking into all these things. But that gives you a spread that's already at 56% instead of a 50-50. And so it's just a starting point. So this you can put this in here, Dan. I'm about to look it up. It is actually a really useful thing that I've used in college basketball for a long time. So top 25 teams versus unranked teams have covered 56% since 2000, which was a 7,000 game sample size. So if it's top 25 versus an unranked team with a single digit spread, so that isn't like I don't use that straight up, but I take that and I start my analysis there. So if there's 10 top 25 versus unranked single digit spreads, I'll start there and then I'll look, knowing that these historically have brought a 56% win rate. And that's basically what I do. I have a couple of those that I look into. Through that, I'll also see who wins like X matchups, like what I care about, and information obviously also always helps, but not when you're Michigan State, but that's besides the point.
That's really important though, because I don't think there's a lot of people that don't understand that concept of
Mm-hmm.
that very first query is like the very top of your analysis funnel. That's important.